When it comes to saving money and taxes, making the S-Corp election is by far one of my favorite strategies. However, I have seen so many hair professionals get this wrong and it ends up costing them more than it saves them in taxes. So in this video, I'm going to give you my advice on how to prepare to be taxed as an S-Corp if that's something that you desire. So let's get started.
You're not just a hair professional, you're a CEO.
Hey guys, it's Jen here with The Hair CEO, helping you build a premium brand focused on profits without overpaying in taxes. On this channel, I bring you videos on business and taxes tailored specifically to the self-employed hair professional and beauty business owners. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you are not yet taxed as an S-Corp and it's something that maybe you aspire to save money, these are my 6 pieces of advice that I want you to follow in order to get ready to be taxed as an S-Corp. The first one is to open up a separate tax account. Now, hopefully you already have a business bank account, but this will be a separate account. It could be at the exact same bank. I know that's a question a lot of people ask. No, you do not have to go to a different bank. You just want to open up another account and you're going to name it tax account. And I want you to get into the habit of transferring money to that account on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, because you have to get comfortable with that money not being available for yourself or for expenses or for savings. You need to get into the habit of having that money disappear every single time you run payroll. So that's a good way to prepare yourself for that. The second thing that I want you to do is to start making regular owners withdrawals if you don't already. So I know a lot of people, a lot of business owners aren't paying themselves on a consistent basis. If you're not, then that just shows me that you're not ready for the S-Corp election, but you can get there by taking regular owners withdrawals, because again, that's going to get you in the habit of what that payroll is going to look like, because that payroll is going to have to come out on that consistent basis, whether that be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, you figure all of that out. But I want you to get in the habit of making sure that you pay yourself some amount on a regular cadence, on a regular schedule. The third thing that I want you to do in order to get ready to make that S-Corp election is to make sure you are paying estimated taxes. You want to do this because remember, you're going to already have that money sitting aside in a tax account. Now it's just a matter of paying it, because why are we going to leave it in the account and then wait until April when we're going to get charged penalties and interest because we didn't pay it when we were supposed to? So we want to just go ahead and make those estimated tax payments. Now I have a whole nother video where I go into estimated tax payments and how to make them and how to calculate them. So I'm going to leave that link up there if you're really interested in making those estimated tax payments and understanding estimated tax payments. The fourth thing that I want you to do to prepare for the S-Corp election is to get accounting software. This is so important because remember, we need to track your income and your expenses for that separate business tax return. The software that I recommend is QuickBooks. There are other options, but the one I recommend is QuickBooks. I'm going to leave the link to QuickBooks down below. One thing to know about QuickBooks, when I say I want you to get QuickBooks, I repeat, I do not want you to get the QuickBooks self-employed version. I want you to get the QuickBooks Online. You can get the cheapest one, but do not get QuickBooks self-employed. So very important. The fifth thing I want you to do is I want you to hire a bookkeeper. When you get taxed as an S-Corp, a bookkeeper is no longer optional, in my opinion. Now, I want you to get used to this before you make the S-Corp election, because you need to get into the habit of supplying that person with what they need. You need to make sure that you are in compliance before you even set up your S-Corp. It's important because when you start running payroll needs to be added into your QuickBooks account in a certain way, and I just recommend that you work with a professional. Now, of course, we have bookkeepers at the Hair CEO group. So I'm going to leave a link below where you can set up a clarity call so that you can figure out if working with us makes sense for you. But again, this is something that I recommend. And then the sixth and final thing that I recommend is to talk to a tax professional, because every strategy doesn't work for everybody. So you want to make sure that this makes sense for you for right now where you are. And talking to a tax professional, they're going to be able to look at your past tax returns. They'll be able to look at your business and really give you advice on whether or not they think that it makes sense for your specific tax situation and where you are in your business. So that is the sixth and final piece of advice that I would give you in order to prepare. And again, the link below for a clarity call will knock out 5 and 6, figuring out if you are ready to make an S-Corp election and also getting you signed up for regular monthly bookkeeping before you make that S-Corp election. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Jennifer, I'm not ready to make a phone call. I'm not ready to, talk to anybody live. I just want to see if I'm ready for this S-Corp election. I invite you to take the free assessment that I have. I'm going to leave the link to the free assessment, and it will ask you a few questions, and it will spit out whether or not you are ready for a S-Corp election. So those are my suggestions. Hopefully you've learned a lot from this video, and now it is time for the question of the day. Now that you know what you know about S-Corps, are you ready to make the election? Let me know in the comments. I am really curious as to who's ready to make this election. And if you found this video helpful and you want more videos like this where I simplify business and taxes, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.